Hello, everyone. Welcome to our MLS Experience. This is our State of the Union. We are live. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and play our intro, and we will see you back in about 3 minutes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another MLS Experience. You have the ability to experience MLS through our members, our weekly live events, and our social media sites. This is our MLS State of the Union. We have this event every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, this event is where we spend time collaborating with our members and our guests. We share corporate updates, recognition, and there's always some golden nuggets being shared from our founder and visionary, Mr. Darry Perkinson, or one of our leaders.
Disclaimer: we are not licensed financial advisors. This information is for educational purposes only. Anything heard on this broadcast is not intended to be a substitute for you obtaining accounting, tax, and financial advice from a licensed professional. Beware of scammers. We will never comment, inbox, or email you requesting you to send Bitcoin to receive Bitcoin, or any coin for that matter.
Now, if you are live on our Facebook page or on our YouTube page, do me a favor. In the comments, go ahead and say hello. Tell us where you're tuning in from, your city, your state, even your country. We have members and guests all over the world. If you are a guest, let us know who invited you. How did you get the invitation? Who texted you? Where did you see it? Was it posted on someone's Facebook wall or on their YouTube channel? Go ahead and say who invited you, okay? And then, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this broadcast on replay or repeat, let us know that too in the comments as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't keep this information secret. Please share. And once again, thank you for joining our broadcast. Enjoy our MLS song, and we will be back in about 2 minutes.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system, here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew a worldwide currency. Only if you knew well, MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system, here to raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are facing a $20 to 1. Call MLS system to have some fun. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
All right, all right. Cryptocurrency is changing how the world does business. And as we always say, guys, MLS is changing how we live our lives. My name is Pamela Jesse, and I am your Director of Operations. Welcome, welcome to our State of the Union tonight. I hope you guys like our little commercial there. But ladies, moms, we want to hope and pray that you enjoyed your Mother's Day. I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. Wallstreet tried to tell you guys Happy Mother's Day, but he put it in the wrong place. So I just want y'all to know he did try to comment, and I'll let y'all see that later on. But we do wish that you guys enjoy yourselves, okay? So what we're going to do tonight, I do have a few announcements, and then I will turn it over to our founder and visionary, Mr. Darry Perkinson. So before I turn it over to Darry, guys, I want to let everyone give you an update, shall I say, on the credit restoration beta program. Now, we had a lot of people show interest. I'm talking over 20. I think it was like 28 to be exact. And I only had 7 spots, okay? But this is what happened. We showed a lot of interest, but then when we told you the next steps, very few people responded, okay? So some of the ones, that's why I told you, keep adding yourself to the list, because there may be a reason, why people just don't follow through. So I will be reaching out to the next group. All right. If you commented in our Facebook group, I put under your comment, guys, what you need to do next. Okay. And basically what I told you was one, the perimeters. One, there are 5 states that credit repair being done for you is no longer allowed. Okay. So you first got to make sure that you're not in one of those 5 states. That's number 1. Number 2, you need to make sure that you're on level 1. I mean, it's still part of our MLS program, and you need to be on that level to have access to that particular program. Okay. And then number 3, if you agree with the pay, which there is a $15 initial consultation, and then there's a $99 credit audit. And the audit is awesome, guys. They sit there on the phone with you and they go line by line over your entire credit report with you. So you'll actually learn a lot just going over the report with you. Then they would explain to you how their program works, okay? And then you choose the package you want to go with. So again, this is the paid done for you credit part, okay? They don't send you nothing to sign. I mean, they do everything for you. I just love it. And things are being done because, baby, those letters start coming in the mail telling you they're removing this, removing that, and your credit profile is frozen, or you're opted out, or all kind of letters are coming. So they're doing the work, okay? So if you're still interested, make sure you submit a support ticket. Let us know you're interested, and I will send you the next steps, okay? It tells you where to go and who to put down for your referral, which is MLS, and it's a phone number that you need to include. So you need to know the next steps, all right? Okay, the next announcement, we are having a meeting tomorrow. This is an executive meeting, but I'll just let you know because I promised you guys an update today on our launch. but our meeting is actually tomorrow. Okay. So as soon as I get more information, I will share it with you in the group. I won't make you wait until next Monday. What I expect to be able to share with you guys is maybe some screenshots on how things are going. And then, of course, the date. We need the actual launch date because it was June 22nd. And then because we were pushed back, it's actually going to be early July. So as soon as we get that date, guys, we're going to start planning our launch party. So if anybody has some ideas for a virtual launch party, guys, okay, share it with us. You know, we want to have fun with it. And it's definitely going to be something that we'll do on Zoom so we can see everyone, right? But we will be planning our launch party. And then the last announcement is we are hiring. We have one position open for a part-time support specialist. Okay. A part-time support specialist. Now, you cannot be a part of the club. All right. We want this person to be outside of MLS Bitcoin Club, right? So if you know of anyone that is looking for some part-time work, then you would have them submit their resume to support at MLSBitcoinClub.com. Okay? And that's the announcements for now, guys. For those of you that do not know, our founder and visionary, his name is Darry Perkinson, and you will hear us say we call him Wallstreet, okay? He is our founder and visionary. He's a computer programmer. He is a master trader. And if you don't know what master trader means, it means that he's able to trade on several different platforms, not just Forex, not just crypto, fortunes. I mean, he can trade on several different platforms, and he is very successful at it. I'm talking 7-figure type success, right? Excuse me, guys. And then there is the fact that he has served 20 years in our United States Army. He retired as a master sergeant. And then, guys, he born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. He'll tell you he grew up on welfare, you know, in the poor side of town. But he was able to take himself from welfare to millionaire. And he came back to get us. He could keep all that information, all those skills and knowledge. He could keep it all to himself. But no, he shares that with us. He does it weekly, okay? And he has this quote that we all love, and it is, if you walk with me, I will make you a millionaire. So I want to ask you a question. Who do you know that would like to be a millionaire? Right? They say if you want to be a millionaire, you got to hang out with some, you want to rub elbows with some, and you definitely want to be mentored by one. So I'm going to go ahead, guys, and turn it over to our founder and visionary, Mr. Darry Wallstreet.
All right, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I'm so happy you can make it this evening. I just got back to the house, went south, was out there in Louisiana. I was at the Bourbon Street, Canal Street. Then we went to where did we go? Biloxi. Did a little bit of that, and now we made it back home. So I got a little bit of gambling in there. Well, not a whole lot, just a little bit. I'm not a real gambler. But anyway, I welcome you to the club tonight. Welcome you guys to come see what's happening. Let me say this to you real quick. When you take your circumstances, and no matter where you are, take your circumstances, and you can make it better. I have a good story, like she was going through a little while ago, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you stories are worse than mine, right? You overcame challenges. And that's the key to becoming successful, is to overcome the challenges, not to waddle in your failures. Because if you do, you're never going to move. You never move. You know, the song goes, I fell down, but I got up. You know, you got to think about that. The people that are successful, I promise you, a lot of them failed a lot of times. They failed and failed and failed. And every time they failed, they got back up and tried it again. So when somebody says, nah, I'm not interested in that, I don't want to do that, I don't know nothing about Bitcoin, and that's a scam. This, I don't even call that a failure. I think it's a failure on their part, not on yours. You have one job. Well, you got two jobs. You got two jobs in this club. So here's your first job. Your first job is to get started, to get the education, and to keep learning. That is your job. Your job is to learn, right? If you don't learn, if you don't take the time out to learn, take your 40 hours and learn, then you are failing yourself. You're not doing your job. Your second job is to invite others. That's your second job. Whether it's 1, 5, 10, 50, 100, 10,000, your job is to invite others so they can go ahead and see the opportunity. Everywhere I go, when I was down there in New Orleans, it was a graduate. He just graduated with his doctorate, and another guy, he graduated with his bachelor's. And they was on the corner of Canal Street and Bourbon. Okay, so, you know, right there in that corner. And so they just happened to have their gowns on. I came to them. It was about maybe 9 people, maybe 12. I don't know, that many people in the crowd talking to him. And so I came over to him. I said, hey, man, you just graduated? He said, yeah, I just got my doctorate. And I gave him a $100 bill. And the other brother, he just graduated his bachelor's. I gave him a $100 bill. And I said to him, I said this to the whole crowd. I said, are you in crypto yet? He said, no, man, I heard about it. I said, Doc, please. I said, you could take the next 40 hours and become rich, or you could take the next 40 years to do stuff in your doctorate and pretty much stay poor. And that hit home to a whole lot of people. That hit home to a whole lot of people. And I took out my phone and I showed them, I said, you are 2 years from having an account like this. You're 2 years away. Everybody on this call is less, literally, if you've been here for a year, you already been schooled. You just got to get busy. But most of you, if you're brand new to this channel, if you're brand new coming in, you're 2 years or less from becoming financially free. Whatever that number is for you. Now, I can't say you're going to be a millionaire because that may not be your number. But if you want to have 300,000, 500,000, 100,000, a million, 2 million, you are 2 years away from hitting that goal. And so the way you're going to hit that goal, the way you're going to, you know, start receiving the knowledge and believing in the system is for you to get going in the system. Almost everyone I spoke to says, I heard about it. And I talked to a whole bunch of folks. I heard about it. I heard about it. I heard about it. I don't really know what to do. I said, stop letting that be your excuse. I didn't give him no, I'm hard out there. I said, stop using that as an excuse. Stop. Just because you don't know nothing about it, but you heard about it, that means you got to get rid of the excuse and find out about it. Right? And I gave him my website, gave him things to do. I said, guys, do not fail yourself. Do not fail your family. You got to get moving in this industry because this whole ecosystem is changing people's lives. And the last one to get involved is us. The people that look like you and I. We're the last ones to get involved. We got to change that. We got to change that to the family. We got to change that to everybody we know because this whole ecosystem is not turning back. Just look at the news. Years ago, a couple of years ago, you didn't hear NBC talk a little bit about it. Now they got a whole channel They got a whole a concept to it already. It's part of the ticker tape, right? You know, people talking about the crypto now. Now JP Diamond and all these other folks talking about, you know, Elon Musk. They talking about, you know, crypto. They're talking about, you know, Dogecoin. They're talking about all these different things that's happening, but we are being left behind. And we got to spend the 40 hours to get going. Also, what's happening in our State of the Union is that I am moving my, I'm taking my insurance and I'm moving back to my original person that I was with. And so we're going to be doing that this week, getting some new policies set up, all that stuff going through. And I love the way they do it because it keeps me informed as well as you. And I just got to put it in and then they take over from there. So it's pretty cool the way they do it. Big ups to my guy that's doing that. The other thing that's happening right now is our credit, right? Our credit is coming better. One thing I want to say to you if you are on level 1, which you should be, if you're building the MLS mindset, the experience, right? We call it the MLS experience. If you are really involved in the MLS experience, you are upgrading in different levels. And each level is going to give you some new stuff that you need to be working on. So let's get to the credit. On the credit, for the folks that can't do it because of that state is acting crazy, in your back office, I have all the information you need. I have all of it. I teach you how to opt yourself out. I teach you how to start writing your letters. I teach you how to do a whole lot of different things so you can actually take ownership of it and do it yourself and start, you know, improving your credit score. Now, one thing about credit, and you guys been seeing my videos that I've done in the past, I use my credit. My credit goes from 820 back down to 680 because I use my credit. I use the funds in the credit to swing money from here to there, back around to insurance, back over here, back around, and I just keep swinging it. And at the same time, I'm moving it into crypto, right? And my crypto is just going crazy, and we're going to talk about that today. So let's get to it real quick. Let's talk about this crypto because I just gave you a little bit. I want to show you something that what I see going on right now. Let me share my screen first. Let me share my screen. All right. And I'm going to share this with you. We're going to share my tab. Okay. You got my tab, right?
Yes.
You see my tab. Okay. So this is my trading. This is my trading. Okay. Now, the cool thing about this is that when I look at Bitcoin is to my left, and I got Ethereum to my right, okay? So Bitcoin fakes out like it's going to take off. Let me show you what it's doing. So right here, it's in this range. It's in this range, and it's playing in this range right there. It's playing in it. Good up to close to 60, 59,000, pulls back down to 52,000. Comes back now. It's in the mid. See, it's been rocking here for. This is a daily chart, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a 13th day. 2 weeks. It's been faking out like it's gonna rock it, like break 60. Then it pulls back down to about 53. Okay, right in it. Yep, about 53,000. And it's been doing that for 2 weeks. Go up. Come back down, go up, come back down. So what could a person like you do in case like that? So let's say, you know what? When do I get started? When could I add to my Bitcoin rally? Every time it comes back down to 52, 53,000, right in this range down here, 53, just put an order in to buy. I'm buying some at 53. Perfect. Boom. You got it. It goes up to 59, right? Right above 59, 58, 59. It ain't gonna be 59, 58, 59. Take some off. When it goes back down again to 53, buy it again. It goes back up to 59, take some off. or converted into Ethereum. Now, why do I say converted into Ethereum? So, because look what Ethereum did. As Bitcoin is going sideways, up, down, this is what we call sideways, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? It's trending, it's consolidation. This is consolidation. And how long could it consolidate? It could be there for weeks to months. Don't think it's going to sit there and just, it can literally do this for weeks to months, right? And at the same time, Ethereum is breaking new highs. The previous high was 1,000, 1,300. Then it got to 2,200. I'm sorry, 2,200, 2,200. Then it got to 3. Then now, recently, it just hit $4,180. Now it's pulled back down to 3,800. But I want you to think about that Ethereum is making the move. It's really making a move. And so, we teach you to be in 2 main coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, the other coins, all these other coins are what they call altcoins anyway. Don't even matter. Ethereum is called an altcoin as well because it's not Bitcoin. But Ethereum is stable. It's very strong and stable, just like Bitcoin is. Strong, stable, going to be here for decades, okay? It's already been here for 1 decade, and now they're working on a 2nd decade, okay? Now, these other coins that you see on my chart, all these other coins are, for example, this is called Cardano, ADA, Atom, right? Cosmos. You got Binance Coin. You got Bitcoin Cash, Binance Coin. You got BTT. You got Burger. And all these coins, I'm going to bring them on this chart over here on the right-hand side. Notice they made a high. Now they're coming back down. And look at this. Look at this. This is an 8-hour chart, 8 hours. So it went up, it made a new high, and then it came right back down below the previous high, back down to this yellow line, and it's holding. And a lot of these coins are making highs, and they're coming back down. So as Bitcoin is trading up, all the coins going to trade up with it. Every single coin is going to jump up with it. And then when you see Bitcoin start coming back down, that's for you to start taking something off. I'm going to convert some of those coins back into Ethereum. Convert it back into Ethereum. Convert a little bit, not all of it, but take some off the top. And when I say take some off the top, I'm not saying sell it outright. What I'm telling you to do is swap some of it into Ethereum or into Bitcoin, right? Now, people says, why just put them in something else? Because when it's all said and done, all of this is Bitcoin anyway. Every single coin that you got out there is Bitcoin. All these coins, they call them something different. But when it's all said and done, when I'm getting ready to close out these trades, it's all going back into Bitcoin. Like if you trade in the stock market, everything's traded right back into dollars, right? When you sell your Forex market, when you sell whatever you're selling in the stock market, the options market, it all goes back into dollars. But the same thing here in the crypto market, we're going to all return it right back into Ethereum or Bitcoin or both. You got it? No matter what the name is, I don't care what the name is. I don't care what you call it. I don't care if you say, well, that's Link, right? Or that's Litecoin, or that's, Qcoin's token, or IOTA, or EOS. I don't care what you call it. When it's all said and done, I'm gonna convert it all back into Bitcoin and Ethereum. It don't matter. It doesn't matter to me. The 2 stable coins is life-changing coins, right? Now a lot of people getting into this Doge, DOGE, Dogecoin. But they get into the coin, right? So now the coin jumped almost to basically 73 cents, getting close to $1, but it pulled all the way back down to 45. It gave up 30% instantly to go back down. Now it's holding this level, and we might get another stair step up. Like, okay, so here's the first step. It came back down. Here's the second step, came back down. Now we're looking for a third step to get to $1. if it gets to $1, right? It may not. I may only go to 70 cents again, maybe 73, 75, right? Now, it doesn't stop you from taking a little bit off, taking a piece of it off and convert it into Ethereum or, Bitcoin or any other coin you want. You can convert. Okay. Converting. Now, you just watch me. Well, how do I do that? You're going to look at the video. You got to look at the videos. You got to start looking at videos and start learning how to do it, right? There are going to be live calls when I'm going to stop sharing right now. There are going to be live calls. I'm going to be talking with a lot of you. And for the traders, we're going to be trading a lot of this crypto. Okay. So if you're in the Trading Academy, I know I got one person in there, maybe a few other people in there active. If you've already been in the Trade Academy and you want to get back in the Trade Academy, it's only $99 for you, right? It's $99 a month. If you are brand new to the Trade Academy, it's $5,000. 3 months later, you pay $99 a month. If you want to do a workaround, like, hey, Wallstreet, I don't have all the funds. You got to pay at least half, $2,500. And then you got 3 months to finish paying for the rest of it. Okay. Now, within those 3 months, hopefully, I can't guarantee it, you'll start making some extra cash flow so you can finish paying your fee off. The education in the back office is already there, and I'm just going to be adding more to it. Trading, my system in the Trade Academy, it stands on its own. I don't care who the trader is. My trading stands on its own. It is the education that I have in there is not retail trading. It is professional trading. It's a very big difference. You're not going to learn about all these other things about MACDs. It's all slow. Stochastics, that's all slow. You're not going to be learning all about that. Okay. That's all slow stuff. We're learning something different in our Trade Academy. So get back there, start learning, go through the lessons. If you're already in the Trade Academy and you want to get back groove again, $99, and get back in there and get active again and start going through the lessons that you forgot. Because I know you forgot. I know a lot of you have not been practicing, as a trader. Let me explain to you. So as a doctor practice medicine. Yes, they call it practice medicine. Why do they say that? Because they don't have all the answers. They got to go back and relearn different things all the time, right? They relearning. And also new technology takes over and they learn new techniques. In the trading world, we are practicing trading. We never have it. You always got to practice against your what? Human nature. The human nature always want to take over. The greed part of that human nature always want to take over. The fear part, always want to take over. So I'm telling you, it's something you got to practice. You got to get good at. And some of us take years to become a true professional trader. Okay. Enough about that. When you're not stressing over money, trading is easy. When you're stressing over money, trading is very, very difficult. I promise you, very difficult, because you're worried about paying the mortgage, you're worried about paying the rent. Let's talk to the folks right now that is out of work. That is, you really can't see your future. Let me say this to you. When I was living in the projects, I'm going back in time. I had a son, right? 17 years old. I'm graduating high school, and I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm saying, man, what I'm going to do? And so I was supposed to get into the union. So my teacher, he had connections I just wanted to be just so you guys know, I wanted to be a carpenter. I just wanted to be a carpenter. I want to be in a union as a carpenter. That was my dream, was to be a carpenter. Thank God God had another plan for me. So what happened was, in my junior year, he got one student he put him into the union, got his book. In other words, his due book, his dues, the book to be in a union. No tests, no nothing. Boom, he got him in there, right? So the next year, I was going to be the student that he was going to help get into the union. 6 months prior, he left the school and went to another school. Ah, that killed me. I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, my dreams just crumbled. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. So here I am, graduating high school. Can't be, I went down and took the tests and all that, but the union is so tight, so hard to get into. It's like, okay, we got you on the list. That was it. And so got no experience. The only experience I got is in high school because I went to a trade school. And so that didn't work out. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do. I'm not in crime. I don't sell drugs. That's not my. Now I could have did that. I could have easily went in that direction. A lot of friends, they went to jail for 10, 15 years because of that lifestyle. That was never my lifestyle. Never wanted to do that. But I could have. But I said, nope, not doing it. I'm doing this. So come September, I've been out of school. I graduated in June. Come September, I still don't have a job. Still trying to figure it out, trying to work it. Damn, what I'm going to do. I get a call from the Army recruiter. I join 1 month later. In October, I go to basic training, and then my life takes off from there. I didn't know what to do. I really didn't want to join the service. Did not really want to join the service, but I did. And then I got promoted so fast. Even from the first day that I joined the military, they put me in charge. Literally, they put me in charge. My very first day in the military, I got to the reception station. I got there at night, and the drill sergeant says, hey, I want you. You are in charge of this building. You're going to make sure everybody get a blanket, pillow, all the good stuff. And then we'll talk to you in the morning. So in that first day, the very first day, I was in charge. And that's crazy because I stayed in charge all throughout my whole career. And that's how things start changing. So, but I'm still not, I'm still figuring out what to do. And all of a sudden this year goes by so fast. My first year in the military, the third year, the fifth year, I got promoted, made sergeant. Before you know it, I was a staff sergeant, airborne, aerosol, all that good stuff. And then all of a sudden, 15 years went by so fast. I said, wow, what am I going to do? And I got moved to Atlanta, and I got an opportunity to jump into computers. And so that changed from that standpoint, my eyesight, my life changed forever. Once I got this opportunity to jump in computers, I saw the future. This is why I'm telling you this story. In the crypto space, it is allowing you to see your future so clear if you spend your 40 hours. Because the cash flow, most of us have a job to get the cash flow to live the lifestyle that we truly want. Well, in this crypto space, this will exceed your dreams, that what's possible. When I became a millionaire, I did not know I was a millionaire. The numbers just kept going. Crypto just kept going up. It just kept, I had no control of it, right? I don't control the markets. It just kept going up. My trading just got better. Everything just got faster and faster, and just cash flow just coming out out of everywhere. And it's just crazy how it changed that fast from going back thinking that I was on welfare, had to join in the military, didn't have a plan, to becoming a millionaire. It seems like it's an overnight journey. And for some of you, it could be a 1 to 2 year journey. It all depends on how fast you catch the vision. Notice what I said. I said, catch the vision. You have to catch the vision. If you can catch the vision, your life. I remember Naima Rasul. she met my nephew. My nephew they don't want to listen to me. She met my nephew. I didn't know she knew my nephew. His name is Derek, my brother's son, Derek. My brother Derek, his son name is Barry. So she met my nephew. And she said, well, I'm part of MLS Bitcoin Club. And he said, you mean you and my uncle? He said, yeah. She said, no, I'm not with all that. She said, why not? They want to do it themselves on their own, on a whole nother way. And none of them is moving in the right direction. And I try to tell them, see, it's hard talking to your family, even though they see success. They see me as success, but it's hard. They can't, I don't know what it is. I know what? It is not my, I would say, decision on what they do. It's not my understanding. Therefore, I do not understand. Therefore, I cannot care that they don't understand. Because if I do, it's going to keep me pulled back and keep trying to drag people. I'm saying this to you for a reason. Because some of you you're trying to drag somebody to this, what you got going on, and they never gonna come. They will never ever come because you're dragging them. You got to let them go. Once you let them go, and eventually you pray that they come. And still to this day, they have not come. Still to this day. I don't understand why. I don't. They don't come. They don't do it. They don't join. They don't take the time to learn. They don't do it. He's educated. He started a journey, but he quit. And I don't understand how you quit. And the thing about MLS Bitcoin Club members, we had 12,000 members. Imagine if everybody was still here, where this club would be. We'd be well over 100,000. Well over 100,000. Some of you will have 200, 300 members, 400 members in your organization. You literally close to $1 million, right? And so, this is the major difference between MLMs and the MLS Bitcoin Club. To be a millionaire in the MLM, you need thousands and thousands of people. Thousands. In this club, you don't need that. Maybe 100. I mean, I'm talking about hitting big numbers. I'm talking about like looking at your account and you got 500,000, $500,000, 600,000. Like, it's crazy. 10 Bitcoin today is 500 and what is it? What's the coin rate right now? It's 55,000. Okay, 55,600. So you'd be basically $556,000. 10 Bitcoin, $556,000. You think about that. That's where you would be right now. It's crazy. So let me say this to you. It takes time, but it don't take a long time to become financially free. You can be financially free. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. If you walk with me, I promise you, easily you could be at $1 million. It's probably the easiest million you ever make in your life because of what's happening in crypto. Stop listening to all the naysayers about what is this is going to kill Ethereum. This is going to kill Bitcoin. They've been saying that for years, right? They've been saying that. Bitcoin's a bubble, right? Now they don't say that no more. They don't say Bitcoin's a bubble. Now they're trying to figure out how to get it. Right? It's crazy how 2 years ago everybody still called it a bubble. 5 years ago, bubble. Right? Well over, I think it was over 1,000 times they called it a bubble. And now they're not calling it a bubble anymore. It's crazy. So you got to take the time out to learn. Get in the back office, start learning, get on YouTube, pick some good content, right? Don't listen, because everybody that's out there, I promise you, they're not for you. Everybody's out there is not for you. when you're and this, please stop giving people all these scams come up when you watch a video. All of a sudden, they paying for ads, and they said, "Hey, we doing a 5,000 Bitcoin giveaway, or 5,000 Dogecoin giveaway, or 500 Bitcoin giveaway." That's a lie. Those are all scams. Every last one of those things is a scam. I saw one on Dogecoin. I saw one on Ethereum. I saw one on Bitcoin. These are all scams. Every last one of them are scams. And we need more influencers to let people know that all these things out there that's doing this are scams, right? Nobody's asking you to send them 10 Bitcoin or 3 Bitcoin or Bitcoin so you can get back a Bitcoin immediately back to you. That's all scams. Remember, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, all that stuff goes in one direction. One direction. They cannot send anything back to you unless they got your receive code, right? And when you don't have a receive code, you're sending Bitcoin to them. You're not sending your receive code to them, right? So guys, it's only going in one direction. It's all fake. Please do not give that stuff out there. Now let's talk about this last thing, and then I'm gonna call it a day. When you are studying these 40 hours, I need you to do this for me. Okay, I need you to do this for me. You're gonna do this for me. You promise you're gonna do this for me. I need you to visualize yourself achieving your goal, and what would you do? I need you, if you say to yourself, I'm going to have $500,000 by this date, you write it down, you make it, here's the date, you write it down, you look at it, I'm going to have $500,000, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to receive $500,000 in crypto. Now, that's nothing in crypto. $500,000 is nothing in crypto, right? It's easy to do. So, but what are you going to give back? What are you going to give back when you achieve that goal? Part of the law, if you listen to my man, his name, I'm gonna get out one of his books, Napoleon Hill. Okay, Napoleon Hill. He says, in Think and Grow Rich and a few other books, he's always saying, what do you give back when you achieve your goal? In this book, he's talking about outwitting the devil. The devil is not something that's in the spirit. What he means is in your brain. The devil is in your brain. The devil is keeping you back. Your own consciousness is keeping you back from hitting your goals. Your own consciousness. So how do you change that? Your vision, your mindset, writing things down, looking at videos, building on it, reading statements that you're producing every single day. You got to produce, you're going to write down your statements. You're going to listen to your statements. You're going to read them, and you're going to let it sink into your brain. You got to get good things in, take all the bad stuff out. Get the good things in, take all the bad stuff out, right? And so when you start thinking this way, everything starts to change. When I was going through my transformation, because I call it a transformation, you got to realize in the projects, there's not a whole lot of people teaching you about money, right? It's not. There's not a lot of folks teach you about money in the projects. Okay, that's not. If it was, they wouldn't be in the projects, right? So there's not a whole lot of folks teaching you about money in the projects. So lack of mentors in the projects does exist, but there are also good people in the projects that will take the time out to let you start thinking a little bit past their own circumstances. That's what I give the credit to Frankie Melvin. He was my Saifu, my Kung Fu teacher. We called him Frankie Melvin. Police shot him dead in the chest. He was a guardian angel. And that's crazy. But anyway, that's what happened. And so, but he was one of my mentors when I was younger. He used to run with me, train us. He was our Kung Fu teacher. He was our Saifu. And one of the things that we used to have a long conversations while we were running, because I used to run, he used to run with me because he saw me training. Like I was training hard. And so We used to have these conversations, and he's always talking about, well, you know, well, he called me Darry. Darry, you could be anything, man. He said, the way you are self-disciplined, you could be anything you wish. Just get out there and start doing it. And that when I was in the Army, I was a private. I was like a PFC. And I was in a 6-man room. And one of the guys used to be a teacher, was also a PFC. He could have been an officer because he was a graduate. He was a teacher, had his bachelor's degree already. He said, no, I didn't want to do it that way. I just want to come through, do 4 years here and do something else. But I always talk about going to college. He said, man, Perk, you got to stop talking about it. And you got to start being about it. Don't say it again. The next time you see me, I need you to say you signed up. And I did it. I went there and signed up and got my first course, my first college course. It took me 21 years to graduate because I kept moving all the way around. But it's all good. I did it. And the thing was, the same thing here. And this is the reason why I'm talking to you this way. You have to believe and start doing. The biggest challenge in the human psyche is the belief level. You believe you cannot do it. You keep telling yourself you can't do it. Remember, I said I had to go through a transformation myself. You got to go through the transformation. You can achieve it. Some of you are still living on the past you. You was a great leader in the past. You did great things in the past. But then when you get over here, you expect that mentality or your credits to lead you without putting forth the effort. And guess what? There's a lot of leaders that was great in the past that come over here that don't do so well because they looking like they living off their credit, right? They're living off of what they did in the past and not putting forth the effort to what they got to do now. You see? And that makes a difference as well. You can't bring your past over here just off your credit and says, well, I did this in the past and I'm gonna live this way now, but you don't have no team. I have plenty of people like that. When I tell you I had 7-figure earners join MLS and didn't do jack because they wanted to join off their credit, what they did in the past. When they got over here, they didn't do anything, right? They couldn't get and it's sad today because a lot of them didn't even get the Bitcoin they could have gotten if they stayed over here and could have made them millions again. So I'm telling you right now, don't bring your past, just your credit without your effort. Bring your effort with the past and then you'll be successful, right? And I don't care who you are. I'm not doing nothing free for you. I don't care. I don't care if you was a 7-figure earner. I don't care. I'm a 7-figure earner too. But I earned it. I earned my way. I traded my way. I'm doing different things. Nobody gave me nothing. Looking for a handout. Stop looking for handouts, people. Stop looking for handouts. To become financially free, you must be a what? A servant to the people. You must serve. The more people you serve, the faster you will start making the extreme numbers in cash flow. And I said extreme numbers, right? Onesies and twosies is okay. But when you're talking about getting masses, getting 300,000, 500,000, $1 million, you got to serve people. You got to serve. The more you serve, the bigger you serve, the more humble you are, you will become successful. Okay? No handouts. Stop looking for the fastest way to do it. You know, the microwave approach, right? I told 10 people, nobody signed up. I quit. That's a microwave approach. It don't work. You got to serve people. The more you serve, the people look at you as the leader, right? Remember I said last week about having a conversation of wealth, a conversation to wealth, not trying to sell, not trying to get them to join, right? It's just having a conversation to wealth. And because you are having this conversation to wealth with a group of people at your house, at the club, like I do, I'd be at the club, right? And I'm having conversations of wealth. I got a meeting tomorrow, matter of fact, with conversations to wealth, right? Whether they join me or not, I'm still going to have this conversations of wealth. I have people there that's looking to get 200,000. Like, okay, I'm going to get 200,000. I'm going to dump it in to whatever. And I said, okay, cool. But if you need my instruction, you got to join my team, though. You got to join my, because this is not going to be the only question you're going to ask me. I already know you're going to ask me a lot more questions. And so for that, I need you to get in the club so you can get educated in the club when you go there. And so that's why I bring them at, right? But this is the key to growing your wealth. Conversations to wealth. Let people know who you are, and then when they want more, they join you in the club, and that's how you're going to grow a bigger team, right? That's where you at. So guys, listen, today is we just had Mother's Day for all the mothers out there. I appreciate you for being great moms. Notice I'm only talking to the great moms. I'm not talking to the bad moms. There are mothers out there that were terrible moms. Yes, they do exist. And so, no, I'm not talking to you, because I know some moms that was terrible to their children. I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking to the great moms who took care of their children, right? Sacrifice, did what they can for their children, find a better way. Even the dads, appreciate your dads sticking around, not the bad dads that left the children, not those dads, the dads that took care of their children, right? That love their children, even though it may have been from a distance, right? But they still love their children, still try to do the best they can, right? So for all you mothers and dads out there, we do appreciate you. I do appreciate you. And the world appreciates you, because, this world, they say in Africa, the village doesn't grow without the mothers. The mother is the one that rear the children. The mothers are the ones that really sacrifice and cook the meals while the fathers go hunt and all that other stuff, right? Supposed to go make the bread, supposed to bring home the bacon and the bread, right? And so today's time is kind of hard. But I look back in the 70s, it was very hard in the 70s. I look back at the 60s. I was born in 1961. So 9 years old, I'm 9 years old, it's 1970, right? I'm seeing things happen in the 70s, 75, 80s, when I joined the military in 1979. I'm seeing things happening that we could avoid today. There is no reason, and I'm talking to all the folks in YouTube, all the folks in Facebook, there's no reason why you should be broke. None. I do not accept the excuse. I do not accept your excuse. I don't accept it. Because right now, you can do what it takes to find out how to make some cash flow, how to take the cash flow, get into crypto, and you can start building wealth right now. For the next 2 years, you can live the lifestyle that you've been dreaming about for your entire life. It is absolutely possible. So I do not accept your excuse. Somebody had to tell you that. I'm the one telling you. I don't accept your excuse. I don't care what happened in your past. I don't care it happened in your past. I don't care what happened in your past. You can keep lingering on your past and you'll never grow. You got to learn how to dump the past, drop the baggage, drop it, right? Drop that baggage and move on and ready to start moving to a whole different plateau, because you are able to move to a whole different plateau. With that being said, you guys, I appreciate you for taking the time out, listen to me tonight. Pamela, take it over.
All right, Wallstreet, before you go, we have one gentleman here, and I know we do questions tomorrow, but I figure while I got you here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
His name is
Put it up on the screen too when you do it.
Harold Mason.
Okay.
He asked a couple times.
Put it on the screen.
Study what? Okay, I'm trying to find it because everybody thanking you for. Here's one. Okay, so he says 40 days. He means the 40 hours. You're saying study the 40 hours. This may be his first time. Can you explain to him what you mean? What you want him to study?
Okay, so in our back office, we have hours of information. YouTube has hours of information to study about cryptocurrency. What is Bitcoin? How to use Bitcoin, right? One of the places you can go to is called 99 Coins. Very good education. We got very good education in the back office, right? Once you dive into this rabbit hole, it gets big, guys. But once you dive into this rabbit hole about cryptocurrency, what is Bitcoin? What is Ethereum? What is the blockchain? Once you dive into that hole, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But you don't got to study everything. But you do need to take about a good 40 hours of that information and let it soak into your head so you start to get a better understanding what Bitcoin is, right? How can it affect you? Why Bitcoin is they say it's not money, but how can I buy everything with it? Even though it's not money, I can buy houses with it. I can buy cars. I can buy motorcycles. I can buy food. I can put it on my debit cards. I can do certain things with it, right? So when we talk about this 40 hours, that's what we're talking about. Get educated in this crypto space because it is new. You're going to understand about how to save the information, your keys, your private keys. Like, what is private keys? That's your bank account. That's where you're saving your information. See, all this information is all part of your 40 hours. I don't know how to sign up. Stop. That's an excuse. Get in there. Get into the back office. Start learning. This is how you do it. That's what you got to get. That's what we're talking about, the 40 hours. Anything else?
No, that was it. Thank you, Wallstreet. He asked so many times. I just wanted to go ahead and cover that. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. So, Wallstreet, that was awesome. You made me think about something when you were talking about how some of the veteran, I'm gonna say network marketers, and they come and they're, and they talk about what they did. And I think about this song. You remember the song by Janet Jackson, "What Have You Done For Me Lately?"
Yes.
We hear it a lot. Oh, I built team in the millions and the thousands.
Did not know yet.
And it was 10 years ago, right?
Yes.
So yes, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad that you talked about the 40 hours as well, because sometimes people think that watching one or two videos and they're good.
Nope.
And that's not it. That won't do it here.
Not enough.
Digital money is no joke. I'm gonna tell you guys, I learned my lesson in 2017 when I bought a new phone, because I didn't know that my wallet was connected to my phone. And I had over $1,000 in that was a lot to me then, okay, in my blockchain wallet. Went and bought me a new phone. I went to Best Buy, gave them the phone, didn't think, I ain't know nothing. Went to try to log in blockchain. I did two things wrong. One, I wasn't educated. Two, I didn't back my wallet up. So
okay,
yes,
you just said something. You said back then was $1,000.
I said $1,000 was a lot to me.
No, okay, this is what I'm saying though. That $1,000 today, from 2017 to 2021, is about $25,000 to $30,000 right now.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just 1,000. Back then it was 1,000, but right now it's about $25,000-$30,000. So that is a lot of money, right? Yes. When you talk about what this is the world we in now. This is the world. The things we did in the past is still paying us today. That's the power of this crypto space. That's what I mean. Don't sell your crypto. That's part of your 40 hours. Why? Because you want to get into, either Celsius and Nexo or one of the other ones that's coming out. We got to get into those spaces because that's where the cash flow keeps building, keeps growing. That asset you have, MLS, so we got 5 pillars, right? We got 5 pillars to wealth. The first pillar says create cash flow from 3 to 5 streams. Okay, 3 to 5 streams. The asset that cash is going to create an asset. That asset is a definition to an asset. What's the definition to an asset? It must pay you today and also in the future. When you have your crypto, that asset can pay you today. You can get loans on it today, and you can also still keep ownership of it, and it's still paying you in the future. 5 years later today, 5 years ago to now, that Bitcoin is now worth, to me, is now worth over $1 million. What I built 5 years ago, today is worth over $1 million. 10 Bitcoin alone that I had done 3, 4, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, is now worth, just 10 of them, is now worth $555,000. 2 months from now, it might be at 70. Will Bitcoin hit $100,000 by June? May not. By the end of the year, I believe so. I believe it'll be there, right? But just think about it. In the future, it's still worth even more money. A year from now, it's worth even more money. Who knew? Nobody didn't know. That's the power of crypto. The asset that you're gaining, that you're building right now, is so powerful because it's paying you today and also in the future. And that's what you got to maintain. You got to understand what that means to have a real asset. And that's what you're building inside of MLS Bitcoin Club.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for being here tonight. Tomorrow we have our AWA. Guys, those segments are so powerful. When I tell you to sit here and listen to the questions that are being asked from our members and our guests, we learn so much. And then, of course, for Wallstreet to take the time, a lot of times he's out there at the club. Wallstreet, you got to tell people too, you don't mean the club like...
Not the dancing club. No, it's the country club.
The country club. But yeah, he answers those questions and we learn something every single week. Every week. So y'all get your questions together. There will not be a MLS table talk this week, guys. I'm having some problems with my vision, hence why I'm not on camera today, because I got my head in the screen. But y'all pray for me. I have no doubt that my vision will get better. I do believe it has something to do with the vaccine, but that's okay. I still do not regret taking it. And but we thank everybody for being here.
Before you go, I want to say this to everybody. So notice you said table talk. Who can do a table talk? Everybody. This would also benefit your page. If you, matter of fact, I know Asada used to do talks with her members, right? She'll call a member and go through. She still does. She still does. Okay, so this is what I mean. You don't, for you to be a leader, you just got to step up. I don't care if you joined yesterday. You can have a StreamYard call. You can do a Zoom call with one another, put it on Facebook Live, and you can go into history of a person. Why do they join the club? Right? Why do they get into the crypto space? Just ask questions, let them answer it. Take that question that is answered, the answer they gave you, and lead off to another question based off the question that they just answered, right? And you keep doing that, and before you know it, 30 minutes to an hour has already went by. And people love to hear the content. Because people want a relationship with you as the person that's doing the interview, and also you as a person that's giving the answers, right? You're the interviewee. So you could be you literally can build a team based on you just having an interview done with people.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have a team of 5 people. And then each of the 5 people interview one of the other people on the team. And before you know it, you got another team growing. Before you know it, you got 5 more people, then 10, then 15. You got to start believing in this is what I mean by believing in yourself. It's by me making that transformation. You have to make the transformation into leadership. If you truly serious and want to take your crypto to another level, I don't want to invite nobody. Then it's not too much I can say to you. As long as you got that mentality, you won't invite anybody. But if you do want to invite a team, if you do want to get free Bitcoin, if you do want to get 10 free Bitcoin, 20 free Bitcoin, 30 free Bitcoin, 50 free Bitcoin, I think you need to start inviting people. It's just something I'm thinking out loud that you can start doing. Okay? All right, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wallstreet. And there's also Darlene and Lynn Golden. They do a show as well. Remember Darlene?
Look at that.
Yeah. So he's right, guys. It does not it could be very informal for you to just sit down and talk to a person and just get to know more about them and their story. The story is what people relate to. They really do. And it does not always have to be the top person in the room, because you know what? Then there are some people that may see that as, oh, well, I'll never get there. But if they hear from someone that just started, right? We had a great conversation on Thursday night, Wallstreet, with Leandra. Everybody
commented on it. I did. I listened to the whole thing. Absolutely.
They loved hers.
Yes.
She was preaching kind of like you were doing tonight. But yes, absolutely. I'm going to start. I'm going to have a teenager on. Lady Joe's daughter. She's the first one.
Yeah,
absolutely. So that's it, guys. I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. I will say this: if tonight was of any value, the information, the content, something that related to you, that resonated with you, share it with someone else. I guarantee you there's something that he said tonight that made you think about 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
Right? And you just say, hey, you got to listen to this. You don't have to buy nothing. Just listen. Because everything, of course, we want them to join the club, right, Wallstreet? But everything we say does not always mean you got to join me. Sometimes we just want people in a better life, a better situation. Okay? So share it with them. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and close this out, guys, with our MLS song. And y'all have a great evening.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew a worldwide currency. Only if you knew well, MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology.
Make sure y'all share your show in the group. Share it in the group so we'll know that you are holding those type of events.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
Just make sure you get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Get a raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Go in MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are facing the 21.
Thank you, dear. I appreciate it.
System to have some fun. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
Good night, guys. See you tomorrow.